Hello everybody, it's Paul from Raine&Horne again today, and here I am with Stephen Logan. Stephen Logan is involved in Help My Wealth. Welcome, Stephen. Can you tell us a little bit about what Help My Wealth is?
Yeah, thanks so much, Paul, for having me on the program. So look, Help My Wealth is at its basic from a financial literacy program. So the idea is that the Hilda survey and other research reports have found that over time, most Australians develop a financial knowledge. And what that means is younger Australians are the least, financially literate in our country. And then as you head up towards your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, on average, people become more financially literate. And that's not because younger people are silly or don't understand something. It's that over time, we learn about finances because we don't tend to get that information in school. In school, we look at things like, the gross stuff, like the economics, the government, how we do things like that. But we don't tend to go, how do we budget? How do we make sure our cash flow works? What investments should we be looking at different points in our life? Why are the reasons why we buy certain things, or why do we purchase certain things, or why do we do certain things? And how do we actually set goals? So the idea of Help My Wealth was to really help anyone at any age get that basic understanding of that and actually journey through life, with that financial understanding now, rather than having to try and develop it over time.
Yeah, and obviously making a good decision earlier is better than trying to catch up for bad decisions earlier.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
So where did the idea for Help My Wealth come from?
So look, like I mentioned, it came from that idea of we recognised that there was a gap in the financial literacy spectrum, and particularly in regards to financial planners who have a great space in our community and their industry. But because of what they do and what they deliver and what the government expects of them, it's a high cost. So you're looking at between $6,000 and $8,000 to engage a financial planner. But they're going to give you a very long-term plan from now until you retire, exactly what you should do and how you should do it, looking at all different aspects. So it's a large volume of information they give you. So what we thought was, look, what we really need to do is provide something for people that aren't at a point where they're ready to pay for a financial planner, where we're not giving them financial advice, but what we are doing is giving them financial education so that they can actually learn that information themselves, say, okay, this is the direction that I'm going to head. I can actually start setting up these financial goals for myself. And depending on the person, it may be I'm really wanting to purchase my first home, but I can't get a deposit together. So it's about going through that cash flow and helping them to be able to go, okay, between now and the next 3 years, if you put this much away, then you'll be able to have your deposit and move forward. Or for someone else, it may be I'm in debt and I actually need to reduce that debt before I can do anything else. And for others, it's like, look, I've got all this equity in my house. I've got this cash. I want to start moving forward, but I'm a bit lost as to where to go. So the whole idea of the program is to help people at whatever part of life they're in journey forward and start moving forward by educating themselves.
Okay, great. And obviously, $7,000 for a financial planner for a year is quite a big expense, and so especially young people just may not have the money or the assets behind them to be able to afford that.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, look, I actually know a little bit about the product because I've got two of my kids
Yes, you do.
at the moment. So, and they're saying good things about it, but. And obviously their younger generation, is that where it's predominantly aimed, or you sort of did mention it might be for people that have got a bit more equity behind them and that sort of thing?
Yeah, no, interestingly, I have people on all sides of the spectrum. So, I've got a client who she's, a contractor. She earns a large amount of money. She's very well off financially. She has quite a few assets. But for her, it was about going, I have a really good income, but I don't think I'm spending it wisely. And I'm heading closer to retirement. She's, older in the spectrum. So she's, got sort of a little bit of time to retire. And so she's going, I need to make sure that the money that I'm receiving is being used really well. So for her, it wasn't about how do I get involved in investments? How do I this? How do I that? For her, she was saying, I want to make sure that my cash flow is positive, and I want to make sure that I'm actually spending it on the right things. because one of the things we do is we use a financial a cash flow app that actually takes a data feed from your bank. It's essentially downloading like a statement from the bank, and so that way it actually tells us exactly how much you're spending. So when I say to you, how much do you want to spend on eating out for the month? If you say, oh, we want to spend $200, we can see straight away whether you're spending 200 or 400. And it's not our job to tell you you've done the wrong thing, but what it does is it allows you to go, oh, hang on, I'm spending a lot more than I thought in this area. And then now you have the choice to either reduce that or to go, actually, I'm gonna increase my budget to be $400. And that's the way we could help people to be able to either reduce their debt, save money, or move on to investments, because we can actually find where they're spending their money, because all of us only get a set amount of money. It's not like we have a money tree in the backyard where we can just go to and pull it off. So the idea is to take that parcel of money and ensure that you're happy with where it's going. And if you're not happy with where it's going, then you can make a decision as to what you want to do.
Yeah, fantastic. And I suppose it's like everything. Having some accountability is always going to improve your performance in any area of your life.
Absolutely.
Which is great. Look, and so just to probably a final question. So I suppose this program, just for the viewers, it's a monthly subscription. Is that correct? And what does it entail if you're a participant?
Yeah, so look, you can either pay for it monthly or you can pay for it yearly. People have, different ideas on what they would like to do. But the idea is that, we have those sort of three pillars that we go through. We have the grow, which is, helping you to get control of your finances and your cash flow and make sure that that's working really well. Apply the knowledge that we're actually teaching you, and direct, and that is to, use a mentor, because we have someone that actually walks alongside you to make sure that you actually know what you're doing. And look, I think in this current environment, a really good example is people that are struggling to pay their mortgage. They've come off a lower interest rate to a higher interest rate. All of a sudden, they need to find an extra, $100 or $200 a week, or sometimes more. And they're going, I can't find that. And this allows us to actually go, well, here's what you're spending. If you reduce this, this, and this, you can afford it. And then you can move from there. It's just a choice as to whether you want to spend it on this or spend it on that. So that's been something that's been actually really encouraging for me, is to go, people thought, I'm in trouble, I can't afford to pay for my house. And now they're going, actually, no, I can. I just have to make some choices.
Yeah, I come from a big teaching background, and a wise principal once told me that everything can be a yes answer. It just means that there's a no somewhere else.
100%, 100%. And that is a great rule to live by when you're making any decision, I feel.
Yep. Look, so Help My Wealth, what's the website if we want to track you down?
Yeah, just helpmywealth.com.au, and go to it. Has all the information there, and even has the ability to sign up over the website. But otherwise, people can always contact yourself, Paul, and find out information from you.
Fantastic. So there you are. That's Help My Wealth, Stephen Logan, and he is a wealth of knowledge. Thanks, Steve. It's been great to chat to you and learn a little bit more about Help My Wealth.
Thanks, Paul, and thanks for the opportunity. And I'll talk to you again later.
Fantastic, mate. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.